You know what really frustrates me? It's when you go to the hospital, you know that there's something wrong with you, you can feel it. You don't, like in my case, it's related to my heart, and I can't do the things I could do before my heart attack, but the hospital is saying there's no evidence that it was a heart attack. They're saying, like, you don't get woken up at 2 o'clock in the morning and there's nothing wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, it literally felt like a knife went through my chest. Woken up out of a dead to the world sleep. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I work out all the time, I take vitamins, I everything. And it doesn't make any sense why I would get woken up out of a dead sleep to be in so much pain and then pass out from the pain and then wake up and not be able to get up because I didn't have the strength to get up. It just doesn't make any sense. And then it's been almost 2 weeks and I still can barely lift 10% of what I could lift before. 10%. So it doesn't make any sense at all. Like, I'm having so much trouble right now, and yet you go to the hospital and the hospital says, we've never seen anybody healthier. This does not make any sense. Like, it's so frustrating because you're hoping that they can find something that you can fix, and they can't find anything, therefore they can't fix anything. And I get that. I understand that 100%. I'm a mechanic. If I can't find the problem, then there is no problem. So I understand that. But when it comes down to it, I need to know what it is, because I can't push myself. Because if I push myself, that might be the last time that I push myself. And I work hard. Like, I work 7 days a week. I work, when people are counting sheep, I'm counting tires, or rebuilding a vehicle, or cutting grass, or snow plowing, or cutting trees down, or whatever. It's so confusing, and it just completely messes with you, because there's something wrong, but the hospital can't find anything wrong with you. Last year I had a parasite and they said it was gas, and I dropped 59 pounds in 3 weeks, and I couldn't do anything. I was 6 out of 7 days I was curled up in a ball in pain, because nothing would take the pain away in my stomach. It literally felt like I thought that I was having gallbladder issues. I went in, they tested everything, they said there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Absolutely nothing wrong with you. And other than, it might be this or it might be that. So they ended up giving me a medication. Well, that medication actually treats multiple things, and it got rid of the parasite out of my body. It just doesn't make any sense. You're hoping and praying that they can find the cause for it, and they can't find the cause for it. And then they go and tell you that you're the healthiest person on the planet. It just none of it makes, I'm an analyzer. I can take numbers, I can take facts, and I can analyze them, and I can come up with a solution, and I can come up with a problem, and I can come up with an answer, and I can't do it when I don't have the facts, and they can't tell me what's wrong with me, and I'm still in pain. It feels like there's literally somebody's poking me in my heart with the needle, and my left arm feels like there's pins and needles in my left arm. So they say there's nothing wrong with me, yet I can't lift much now. I can't run on my treadmill like I did every single day. I can't, I'm still working, but it's very, very limited, very, very limited capacity. And it's been like this since it's been 9-10 days. And, it's so frustrating that this is what I have to experience and stuff. But I understand it could be so much worse, but it's not. So I have to keep believing that I'm okay, and that I can stay positive, and because if I'm sick, I can't help anybody. And that really depresses me. If I can't help people, that seriously depresses me. That's what I live for. I live to help people. Like, you know what? It doesn't matter if I lose. It doesn't matter if I, can't help them to my best ability because I'm sick. Because, when you're 100%, you can give 100%. When you're 10%, you can only give 10%. You can't give any more than you feel. And I love helping people. I that's what I live for. I strive to help people. It's because there's people out there that can't help themselves. And, those are the people that, there's people that have had heart attacks. There's people that have had cancer. There's people that have had, they got birth defects and stuff. And those are the people that I go out of my way for. And I love to help. Absolutely love to help. Like, I do, I get groceries from people all the time. They're like, how much do I owe you? I'm like, absolutely nothing. You don't owe me a cent, right? Just keep smiling, stay healthy, and they're just trying to survive, and that's what I'm trying to do. But when I'm feeling like I feel like I'm at 10%, I can't give my 100% to those people because it's so hard, and it honestly, it breaks my heart that I can't do what I have to do on a daily basis for these people. And it's the same thing for my children. I can't give my children what I don't have. You can't do that. You can't give them 100% if you're only feeling 10%. And that's another thing. Like, I have 3 children, and it's it's so frustrating that they can't tell me what's wrong with me, but I still don't feel good. I feel like absolute garbage, and then it gives me this guilty feeling that never ever goes away. I live with this guilty feeling all the time, my whole life. Yeah, I wasn't a saint. I've done a lot of bad things in my life, but I turned my life around, and that's how I got to where I am now. It was through a lot of different methods that I used, and and I turned to the Lord and everything else, and that helped a lot. But it doesn't give you the answers. It doesn't give you the things that you need in life to succeed, right? And another thing is I'm like, I've taken chances, and I've failed. Like, I've failed hundreds of times, and you know what? I've learned from my mistakes, and I've learned from everything I've done, because I've failed hundreds of times. Everybody fails. The people that succeed and succeed and succeed and succeed, they've got tons and tons and tons of people behind them that catch them when they fail. Somebody has to lose for somebody to win. This is just the way the world works. So it's been so hard for me to accept everything else, but I can't accept that there's nothing wrong with me right now. And they literally say there's nothing wrong with me. I've had every test done, and they can't find a single thing wrong with me. They're like, oh, is it this? Is it this? And I'm like, no, I don't have any of these other issues. They're like, do you have stress in your life? I'm like, everybody has stress in your life. It doesn't matter. But my blood pressure should be higher. Like, nothing is affecting me. Nothing is bad in my life. Like, there's a lot of bad things in my life, but there's nothing that is directly affecting me. I don't care about money. I just care that my children are healthy, I've got a house to live in, and that I can continue to help people, because without that, I wouldn't get out of bed. If I couldn't help people, I just wouldn't get out of bed. My depression would be so bad that I just couldn't bear to face the day. I couldn't it's so hard to put into words, because I know there's other people out there that do feel the exact same way that I feel, but in my situation, it's just, I don't know, you can't explain it. It's every single day is a struggle, because I can't do as much as I want to get done in a day. I can't get to where I need to be to make myself feel happy in a day, which sounds absolutely crazy. It absolutely sounds nuts, but it's like a scale, okay? If I don't help enough people in a day, that scale doesn't go down. It stays up, right? So I need to be able to do as much as possible for people and everything to be able to make myself feel good. And if I can't make myself feel good, then I feel like absolute garbage. Like, I know you can't please everybody, but to be honest, I do try to please everybody. I honestly do. I try to please everybody, and you know what? There's people out there that you can never please, and that's like, I can understand that, but I can't comprehend it. So, you know, some days you just have to accept defeat, and some days you just have to, you know, accept your faults and keep going. Just never give up, and try your hardest every single day. Without trying your hardest, you don't actually know what your potential is. Some people have like unbelievable potential. There's people out there that do absolutely nothing, and they're like, oh my God. I'll tell you one story. I knew this guy that was just the biggest drunk on the planet, and all he wanted to do was drink. And I tried so hard to get him back into a state of not wanting to do that. And when everything was gone, I was still there for him to make sure that he had what he needed. And he still, to this day, does not get it that you have to try. You have to try. Like, he just does not get it. He'd rather just drink his life away. And I know lots of people like that, but they've come out of it. But this one particular person, they just refuse to try, no matter what. Like, I tried to help them with their sobriety, and they just sort of it'd be like a 2-week thing, and then all of a sudden their sobriety would be gone. I've lost tons of family members. I've lost tons of friends because of this issue. And it's 100% addiction. But they're blaming themselves for something else that didn't happen, where I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I don't take pills, nothing. If I got a headache, I'll work out, or I'll work through the pain. If I've got a headache, I don't take a pill. Like, I've got to be pretty much dying to take something. And, you know, other than my supplements, I take supplements, I take vitamins. But it's so hard for me to comprehend defeat on like the littlest things. It's like stopping something. It's easier to stop than it is to do something. It's so much easier to stop, but people can't comprehend that. And that's like a thing that I've helped a lot of people off drugs. And to this day, as far as my knowledge is, that none of them are on drugs. And it wasn't really their first step that they took. It was my step that I took to get them off drugs. So to make the story short, it's you know, if you're not willing to try, then who's going to try for you? You know, there's only so many people that'll stick around you, and if you're not willing to put that extra effort in, nobody else is going to do it for you. So you have to try yourself. You have to never give up, never back down. Just keep going. Just don't stop, right? And when you achieve what you've set out to achieve, then it just, everything comes into place. It's like everything lines up. It's like you're looking at a row of fence posts, okay? You know that fence will not go together if those fence posts are staggered. They have to be in a straight line, or they have to be like, so you can connect the other pieces of the fence to make it. If you don't have those in a straight line, if you don't have all your ducks in a row, as they say, then you're not going to be able to achieve anything. You're not going to be able to go on to your next phase of life. So, you know, it's crazy. I know I punish myself on a daily basis because I feel guilty for a lot of things that were in my life, and I've tried to right every single wrong, and every single day I try to make up for every wrong, and it's just, some days it's heartbreaking that, you know, it sounds stupid. It sounds like a lot of people, they won't get it, but the people that do get it, they understand my struggle and stuff, and that's what I'm going through right now. But to find nothing wrong with me, it blows my mind. All right, everybody, have a good day. God bless you.